come to the conclusion that people should have raised their daughters not to shun me, and they should have a good understanding of what the actual order is, the natural order, the moral order, the divine order in terms of true divinity, not pagan conception or white supremacists or liberal hijacked churches or postmodernist or modernist or new age, etc. Not progressive churches, not cult churches, but true universal order. Now, first of all, I don't for a moment consider myself cocky. I'm from a royal line, and royal Igbo line, and my dad proved himself the most notable of the royals and the last person who's a pure Igbo, if such a thing is possible, who is a valid king among men. Not an acknowledged. This guy is the acknowledged, but a valid, okay? Because we see so often, just like with the house nigga effect, if you will, that bitch-ass motherfuckers are given places they don't deserve. So first of all, again, I'm trying to be polite with this, but it's best to be direct. So while trying to be polite, we must understand that the warrior fighting for true honor, morally precise honor, is above the frat guy. It's above the businessman. He's above Obama. Never in Obama's life, not even for a moment, was he anywhere near where I am in reality. If everyone plays a tea time game and says, this guy is the king in the tea time game, and every generation they play that game, in reality, are they greater people than the person not playing the game who comes from a long line of generational righteousness? No. That's why juju is called witchcraft, right? And it's another word for plaything. And obi can mean witchcraft and juju, the people playing king. And obi can mean the true martial art king, the king, heart, essence, center, core. Okay? So we must understand what the ideal man is. Why is Horus the archetype of Pharaoh and not Thoth and not Imhotep? Okay? The archetype of the true Pharaoh, not the plaything that came later. The falcon tribes united the land, not the scribes, not the construction workers, not the craftsmen, not the carpenters, not the privileged European frat guys with crests. Okay? Falcon African martial art tribes. Nekhen isn't in England, or London rather. Nekhen isn't in northern Egypt. It's right by the border of southern Egypt. The border borders Sudan, right? Nubia, okay? In the Aswan governorate. The swan is not the archetype of Pharaoh. It says, I look good, look at me. The peacock is not the archetype of Pharaoh. The jackal is not the archetype. The crocodile, the baboon, okay? The falcon, a certain African natural nobility. No fancy schmancy eugenics and give me all these hot chicks for generations and I'll powder my nose and say I'm King Louis. No fancy schmancy. Just natural grace. Not elegance. Not theatrics. Not scripture as in acts of scriptures and scribes and a play, a script, right? Acts is a book in the Bible. It's called scriptures. They're playing a game. Bible by Bel. Bel is a syncretism, is a synchronization of Marduk, Enlil, and the dying god Dumuzid, who's a shepherd. A shepherd isn't the archetype of Pharaoh. Jesus doesn't come back at the end and says, look at what I've made as a carpenter with a thong. He doesn't come back with his shepherd stick in the sky and says, hi guys, I'm a shepherd, hi. He comes back as the Lion of Judah with a sword in the end, because even in the Bible, the top martial artist is the archetype of God's son. He doesn't do it the Western way. He doesn't do the Eastern way. He doesn't do it token minority way. He's not doing capoeira. He is in touch with God, and he says, I am the top martial artist. I'm from this righteous royal line, and I demand my rightful place. This is why when we factor in that it's something that people should have done the whole time, and I'm God's son, attractive women should submit immediately. Okay, people are literally trying to sell me women. That's how the world works, right? It's called prostitution, escorts. They're saying, hey, you can't get a woman. Horus, whore, use. They think the ideal man should pay money for pussy and have erotic sex with some cum rag ass slut. Don't you see how sick they are? Don't you see how privileged and sniveling bitch they are? How left-right paradigm, military-industrial complex, mind control, sex slave, monarch program, if such a thing exists to be diplomatic, type of bitch they are. Sex cult, Keith Rainier, trash. looking down at me. Sorority scum, witches, Eastern Star, frats, Masons, boulets, okay? Crest wearing bitches in Europe. Hey guys, hi, hi. Okay, playing golf, looking down at me in their minds when they are tea time, role playing. Couldn't man up because they aren't men. Magic card, the children of a long line of exalted in the minds of fools type of peasants. Demos, democracy, peasants. You think a king wears a sword for no reason? Why isn't he wearing a trowel? He's supposed to be the top martial artist, or he's not the king of kings. He's supposed to tell the truth, or he's just a deceiver. And Satan is the great deceiver in their own Western culture. Need I say more? All you people with positions of where you can publicize things, all you presidents and royal family people and people the media will rush to in a moment if you have something important to say, who don't give me my rightful place, are nothing but little babies that never grew up. Deceiver ass bitches. They should give you the diapers and give me the attractive women so I can create the divine order, okay, outside of myself. They didn't do that because those bitches are little girls that never grew up who prefer little boys that never grew up. Are there any questions?